going to show you guys what it looks like when we open one of these up. Very important, we have directions that actually tell us how to install and gives us the torque settings. Again, 26 to 33 foot-pounds. We also need to be very careful that we don't touch the actual tip of the sensor here. And we're going to open this up. And now that we're about ready to put it on, we're going to take off our little cap here. And essentially, if you can see that, the threads actually have anti-seize compound on them. So we're about to put this one in place. Now we're going to put the downstream oxygen sensor in place. Tight, and then we're going to go back to our socket. "26 to 33 foot-pounds is our torque. That's us. So we now have both oxygen sensors in, and what we're going to do next is put a little bit of dielectric grease on this connector and plug it in right up here. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of dielectric grease in here, and then we're going to go up here to the connector. Reach the connector. And we're going to plug these together. Just like that. And then we're going to put him right there where he belongs. Okay, it's kind of hard to see here. What we've done is test fit the muffler. It's a slip fit. You see the flange to the catalytic converter there and the rear or downstream O2 sensor. And then we're going to kind of pan over here. This is the rear slip-on to the rear exhaust or tailpipe. There's our hanger. Just showing you the rest of the system here. What we want to do is test fit everything here and make sure we have about a 1/2 inch of clearance. Okay, so we're going to take a 14mm socket and try to tighten up these flange nuts. Again, working in a tight confined space here. Trying to do the best we can with what we got to work with. I'm going to try to keep these kind of even if you can. Okay, so we have the 2 flange bolts nice and snug. They were not all that tight on it to start with. I'd say probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 foot-pounds of torque. But you really just want to make sure you tighten them up evenly and get that nice and snug. And we've got the O2 sensor properly torqued in at 30 foot-pounds. And we've got the lead to it run up so we can get it from above, and we're going to go get it plugged in. Okay, so we're going to put a little dielectric grease on these plugs, get them together. Just like that. Good to go. Okay, so final thing we want to do here is get our exhaust clamps in place. So the stirrup goes up top. And around this from below. Kind of working blind here again. That's okay. Get this finger tight, and I'm going to come back with that 14 millimeter. Kind of evenly tighten these down. Okay, so we're finished installing the exhaust system. A few final notes here. You want to double check, make sure everything's securely fastened. Make sure all your oxygen sensors are routed properly as far as the wiring's concerned and plugged in. Make sure that you used anti-seize compound on the oxygen sensor threads if they were not already on there. And make sure you use some dielectric grease on the electrical connections. Now we want to make sure that we have about an inch or more of space between any pipe and any other component of the vehicle. Especially watch your gas tank, rear shock, etc. And we're looking pretty good here. Everything's pretty stable and secure here. And so we're going to do another check, and then we're going to roll it out of the garage and fire it up. And finally, the finished product.